This exchange shows why Canadians are fed up. When pressed on offshore funds, tax transparency, and conflicts of interest, Brookfield Asset Management repeatedly dodged with irrelevant and under-advisement. Even questions about whether policy decisions could personally benefit Mark Carney were brushed aside, not denied. Conservatives are right, transparency isn't optional. Watch this sharp debate unfold live.
Has Brookfield Global ever been criminally charged with anything like bribery, for example?
Charged? No.
Has there ever been an investigation for bribery against Brookfield Global Asset Management?
Nothing that has not been found to be completely false.
But were there charges?
There were no charges.
There was no investigation into bribery in Brazil?
There was, again, that was found to be completely false. And in fact, the person who was alleging is now in jail.
Okay. Is Brookfield registering investment funds to a bike shop in Bermuda good for Canada, and what impact does that have on the payment of taxes in Canada?
Look, as I've said before, first and foremost, we have businesses that do have presence in Bermuda, and those are part of an overall investment structure that allows investors to pool their capital in jurisdictions where we can achieve tax transparency so that businesses that we own can pay taxes in the jurisdictions in which those businesses operate, and then those after-tax proceeds can be delivered to investors in the jurisdictions where they are based and pay taxes there as well.
So your answer is that it's good for Canada to register funds to a bike shop in Bermuda?
I'm not passing judgment on what's good or not.
Okay.
I'm saying what these rules are implemented to achieve.
Are you able to provide us with a list of investments in the catalytic funds and the global transition funds 1 and 2? Is that something you're able to furnish the committee with?
The committee has the list of the investments in global transition 1. Global transition 2 and catalytic are irrelevant.
Are you able to provide us with a list of the investments in the 3 funds that I've mentioned?
I'd have to go back and check.
Check if you have them, or check if you'll do it?
I'll take it under advisement.
Well, I'd like the list. I'd like the list of the investments in the funds. How was the long-term performance pay structured when Mr. Carney was at Brookfield? Are you able to tell us what metrics determined that pay?
While he was an employee of Brookfield?
Yep.
Like every executive, Mr. Carney was entitled to a compensation package that was comprised of several components. He would have been entitled to a base salary, a short-term annual bonus that's generally expressed as a percentage of that salary, and then the long-term incentive plans that align all of our executives with our shareholders and our clients in both the funds and in the overall performance at Brookfield.
When Mr. Carney left Brookfield, did he retain his unvested interests on standard terms, or were any of his arrangements modified because he was entering public life?
He left on standard terms. He terminated his employment on January 16th.
Standard
he took
terms.
everything that was vested and departed.
Can you tell us what role Mr. Carney personally played in Brookfield securing financing from the Central Bank for the People's Republic of China?
I think you're referring to clients who have invested in our transition strategy, and that would have been the same as all of the senior executives associated with the transition fund.
In the past few months, have there been any decisions of the federal government, tax credits, policy measures that have increased the value of Brookfield businesses in which the Prime Minister still holds an interest? And if you have more than one example, just one example is fine.
I can't think of any.
So in November, Brookfield announced $100 billion in AI infrastructure expansion, $650 million in renewable power, and major U.S. nuclear activity through Westinghouse. Would you agree that government policy in these areas could increase the value of the Prime Minister's Brookfield-linked compensation?
That's a very tangential line to draw. It will all depend on whether this is good for nuclear. We believe is an incredibly important component.
Yeah,
to
I support
any
nuclear energy. I'm just wondering if
Okay.
it'll improve the Prime Minister's financial position personally.
There is no way to tell whether it will or will not.
Thank you. Mr.